Sup guys, it's boy Justin here with our New Year's Eve special or New Year's special for 2024. It's technically still December when I'm reviewing this. That's why we have the Christmas background. But yeah, today we're reviewing the classic DC Comics story, the Judas Contract, the new which was featured in New Teen Titans, written by Marv Wolfman with art by George Perez. This graphic novel goes for 20 US, 26 Canadian, and well worth the price, man. Well worth the price. This has comics from 1983 through 1984, and it collects the New Teen Titans Volume 1 issues 39 and 40. Tales of the Teen Titans 41 through 44 and Annual 3. So these comics came out in 1983 through 1984. So yeah, it starts off with an introduction by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, which I found the introduction pretty interesting because it talks about how, like, they were back in 1980. The Teen Titans were accused, Marv Wolfman was accused of ripping off Chris Claremont's X-Men run. So that's when he decided, well, if I'm going to be called an X-Men ripoff, I decided, hey, they made they had a 14-year-old cute as budding girl join the team. I thought, he thought he would do the same thing, but have her, spoiler alert, become a villain. And that's where Tara was conceived. So yeah, this is about how the story of how the Teen Titans welcomed a new member of the team, Tara, a 16-year-old girl who can control and manipulate the earth, like rocks, mud, lava. Well, she can't control lava, but she can reroute it. And how Deathstroke used her to betray the team. So this is that story, which was featured in the Teen Titans cartoon from the 2004 or 2003, I can't remember which, where I first discovered the Teen Titans. Yeah, so there's going to be spoilers for this review, so I'm going to try not to spoil too much because I want to keep my reviews short. But yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled, the rating is going to be in the description. So yeah, the first half of the book is the Teen Titans taking on Brother Blood and his cult, which operates out of Zandia, which is like a fake country. And on the team you have Dick Grayson Robin, Donna Troy's Wonder Girl, Raven, Cyborg, Kid Flash, who's Wally West, Starfire, and Changeling. This was before Beast Boy was called Beast Boy, by the way. So yeah, they take down Brothers Blood's installation that's in I think it was like Alaska. I don't, so much stuff happens in this comic book, right? And this is where we're first introduced that Tara, she has like a camera contact lens, is actually a spy learning everybody's secrets. Right, and here's where it gets kind of creepy, where we find out that Slade and Tara are lovers, which is very creepy because the book likes to constantly remind you, hey, how old this girl is. So it's like, what the hell, Deathstroke, you were so cool. So yeah, that was very creepy. And the book starts off with Wally West deciding to retire as Kid Flash, and Dick Grayson decides to that he's sick of being Robin, and he's sick of being under Batman shadow, so he's retiring the Robin identity, which I'm so surprised that in the 80s he was still wearing this crappy costume. Which Cyborg was making fun of him, calling him short pants. Well, like, dude, he's not even wearing pants. Oh my god. So yeah, this is where it's revealed his secret identity. Right. So like, Donna Troy becomes the new leader of the Teen Titans. Almost said X-Men. So we get this introduction of Brother Blood, which is like, this is where the story was a little dumb, where Brother Blood is like this charismatic cult leader, and look how evil he is. And his second command is Mother Mayhem. And oh my god, there's a point where the Teen Titans go on TV and they debate with representative of the church and Brother Blood, and how he's not evil, he's not corrupt, blah blah blah. And everybody in the crowd believes it, even though look how evil he is. And like, even like the politicians take his side, who are also there, because the Teen Titans are accusing him of being like evil cult leader who's taking control of Zandia, even though publicly the president of Zandia hates him. But they're like, oh, he's a stooge for Zandia, right? So yeah, what happens is that they decide to infiltrate Zandia, the Church of Brother Blood, and they get captured, and our heroes, and also Dick, who was there in Zandia with a bunch of former politicians who were there on a fact-finding mission, also to clear the names, because the politicians were accused of, being corrupt and, we're working for, like, Brother Blood or Hive, I can't remember. So, yeah. So, our heroes obviously escape and fight Brother Blood. Which also the U.S. military, sorry, not the U.S. military, the Zandia military decides to also attack Brother Blood, even though we were told that Zandia was a puppet state, and it was actually Brother Blood who was working for them. So yeah, that was pretty much the climax of that story. So now we get to the actual Judas contract story, which Brother Blood gets defeated and it looks like he's killed. So here we get the actual story where Judas contract, where Donna Troy's the leader. She's getting married in 10 months to this guy, which kind of BS that Dick Grayson probably knew that Donna Troy was going to get married soon, aka Wonder Girl. So like him turning on, handing over leadership to her was kind of BS. So yeah, we also have this kind of relationship, which is one-sided, by the way, because Tara doesn't have any feelings for Garfield or Logan or Beast Boy, as we most commonly call him. And obviously Beast Boy has a huge thing for for Tara. So yeah, a lot of the first couple issues is our characters having downtime, getting to know each other. People are trained, and then we find out that Tara is really scared of Raven. She thinks that Raven can see through her, right? So yeah, next we get to part 2 where Slade Wilson, the Deathstroke, enacts the Judas contract, which the Judas contract is a reference to obviously Tara being a traitor, but also in I think issue 1 and 2, Deathstroke had a son named Grant, aka the Ravager, who took on a contract with Hive to take down the Teen Titans. Grant Wilson died, and Deathstroke decides to avenge his son by taking on the contract, by capturing the Teen Titans, and that's why he enlisted Tara's help to infiltrate the Teen Titans so he can capture them. So it starts off with everybody is pretty much captured except for Dick Grayson, who, because of Terra, Deathstroke knows who he is. So Dick was able to escape, and we also get introduced to Adeline, who is Deathstroke's wife, and their son Jericho, who's going to, or Joseph, who's going to team up with Dick to rescue the Teen Titans, right? Who've been captured by Deathstroke and been handed over to Hive, and so to convince Adeline to to have Jericho, to convince Dick Grayson to let Jericho join him, he tells Slade Wilson's secret origin story, which we talked about in my back issue special, where I reviewed like 2 Teen Titans comics and the first issue of Deathstroke the Terminator, which also retold like Slade Wilson's backstory, right? But the story, the 2 origin stories were a little different. Here it was like he got his superpowers from a secret military experiment that was supposed to make it so he can like resist truth serum, but his superpowers were a side effect. In the Deathstroke the Terminator comic book, first issue that I remembered, it was intentional, like they were trying to make him a super soldier. Which, one problem I have with the book is that, yeah, look at this crap. Look at this weird stain on the comic book. That's not from me. That's from this comic book, this graphic novel was sealed. So this was a printing error. Which there is, like, also in one of the pages, there was a thing that looked like, eyelash or something. So yeah, so this is also where we get the reveal of Dick Grayson's new costume, Nightwing, and here we get also Jericho. So they team up to infiltrate Hive to rescue the Teen Titans. We also get a scene where we get Wintergreen, and why is Wintergreen so loyal to Slade Wilson. So we get the epic climax, which this epic climax took place in Annual 3 of Teen Titans. And it ends with a funeral. So this also felt like, they were kind of ripping off the Dark Phoenix saga. So yeah, by the way, for people who don't know, Terra was Geoforce's sister. Oh my god. And the Batman and the Outsiders are there. So yeah, so obviously, sorry, I didn't mean to spoil the whole thing. So what did I think about this comic book, this graphic novel? I very much enjoyed it. The action was good. The art was good, though there were some scenes where the art, it was good, but during some of the action where people's heads were turning in like positions that shouldn't be possible. Like there's one scene with Terra where she gets attacked by a tentacle monster, and look where her legs are pointed, and look where her head is pointed. Her head is pretty much pointed in almost the opposite direction, which probably meant like her neck should have been snapped. By the way, oh my! So there is problems with the art there. I did like the dialogue, though. Some of the dialogue and some of the references they made was kind of like not cringe, but like, oh my god, kind of cheesy. But overall, the action was good. The dialogue was good. Like this felt like very much a mature comic book, like very much a mature superhero story. People said like Marvel's best era was the 70s. In my opinion, this is proof that for DC's best stuff was in the 80s, man. The 80s was peak DC, and this is one of the proofs of that. So I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. If you're a Teen Titans fan, well, you probably already read this, but if you're someone who's like new to Teen Titans, I would say check it out. This was a pretty good story. And we also reviewed other Teen Titans stuff on the channel, so make sure to check that out. Like last year, we reviewed the first annual one of the new Teen Titans, and we also reviewed Teen Titans Games, which was like a more recent Marv Wolfman and George Perez story from 2011. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. Peace out and have a happy new year. Our next review will probably be like, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 3, but our next comic book review is going to be Avengers, West Coast Avengers Family Ties, which collects the first 9 issues, of West Coast Avengers, which was in the poll for the New Year's review special. Oh my god, everything's falling apart. And then our next DC book review will be Infinite Crisis, but there will be indie review in between. Alright guys, that's it for this video, guys. Peace out and enjoy your New Year's. Bye.